Hello, my bomb blowers and module masters, and today I am here with another Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes modded module tutorial, and today I am here with the module, the Midnight Motorist. The Midnight Motorist was submitted for the 4th Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes modded module jam under the theme of retro, and this module is retro as it can be. Let's go ahead and get started. This module does not require any edge work, but I still have the edge work come on because I'm a doofus. Hee hee.
All available experts, please report to room A9.
So here's the Midnight Motorist. You'll probably notice it's on a bomb because it's an entire arcade cabinet. Very noticeable, even has the name of the module written on it. Now, you may recognize the name Midnight Motorist from the Five Nights at Freddy's series, Five Nights at Freddy, particularly Pizzeria Simulator, but this module has nothing to do with Five Nights at Freddy, it just shares the namesake with the game from the game. So what do we see when we start the module? We see 4 cars. If we press this yellow button here, this will happen. So all 4 of those cars raced against each other, and you saw the results. I didn't note them down, of course, but we'll be needing the results to solve the module. The rules of the race are outlined here. I'll explain what they are in a bit. But first, let's go over the controls of the module. So when you're on this screen with 4 racers, pressing this button will start the race. And I believe that's the only control you have on this particular section. The joystick does nothing, but the blue button here will take you to a different screen. This screen has all 8 possible colors that can show up on the module. You got a red one, a blue one, purple, green, yellow, violet, white, and orange. The goal of the module is to pick which of these 8 cars will win this tournament. The tournament is basically a bracket tournament. So all 4 of the pairs of cars will race against each other. Red and blue, purple and green, yellow and violet, and then white and orange. Those will all race against each other. The 4 winners, so the winners from these 2 matches will then race against each other. Then the winners from these 2
Emergency
will
cleared.
race.
All personnel, please return to your stations.
And then finally, the winners of those 2 races will race against each other. And the goal of the module is to pick the winner of that final race. And we need to use those mini races here to figure out who will win. The joystick over here controls the volume of the module. I'll put it down to 20 because it was a bit loud. The blue button here will mute the module, but I think that's pretty lame, so I'm not going to do it. And the yellow button on the right will have a specific control, which I'll get into later in the tutorial. Okay, cool. Now that I've gotten all the mechanics out of the way and what to do, let's go ahead and start doing it. So first thing I'm going to do is note down the racers on the main screen of 8. We got red, blue, purple, green, yellow, violet, white, and orange. I didn't mention this, but to select the racer and submit it, drag the left controller to the racer you want to submit. So I'm going to submit purple. And then click the yellow button to confirm your selection. But we're not sure of who won yet, so we're not going to do that. So here's our first mini race that we're going to examine. From top to bottom, we have white, blue, magenta, violet, purple. Let's press the red button and see who wins. Look at him go. So, in order, white crossed the finish line, then violet, then blue, then purple. So what can these results tell us? Let's look at the rules. So each racer, or racist if you will compete against the racer on the same road. So to begin with, white competed against blue, and violet competed against purple. The winner of those mini competitions will then compete against the winner of the other mini competition. So whoever won out of white and blue will be competing with whoever won out of violet and purple. The losers will also have their own competition, with the winner being the fastest of the losers, but still slower than the previous winners. So the loser of white and blue will compete against the loser of violet and purple. You will not get to see any of the direct competitions, but instead the final result of the race. You can use the final placings and positions to determine who beats whom. So, with that being said, I'll go over what information you can piece from these trial races. So, between white and blue, and violet and purple, you can tell who won these two competitions by the first two people in the order. So we know that white won against blue, and that violet won against purple. Between white and violet, we know that white won against violet, and between blue and purple, we know that blue won against purple. Ignore that. So what happened first was that white and blue went against each other, and then violet and purple went against each other. White and violet won, so that they competed against each other, and then white won. Blue and purple lost their competitions, so they competed against each other, and blue beat purple. This sentence here, still slower than the previous winners. This does not mean that blue is slower than both white and violet. What this sentence means is that it is only visually slower than the previous winners. Just because violet won in the final result over blue does not mean we know that violet is faster than blue. Same thing with white and purple. Violet and blue never race each other, and white and purple never race each other. We cannot deduce who beats whom in these instances because they never race each other. A racer will always beat a racer that has beat previously, and a racer will always lose to a racer that it has lost to. But since they never race each other, we can't deduce any information from those two pairings. So this is all the information that we can deduce from that race. Can we use this in our bracket? Red will race against blue, purple race against green, yellow against violet, and white against orange. Well, we only had one racer from each of the pairings, so we can't really do much with this information. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. Let's go back to this screen. So we want to know who wins against red and blue, who wins out of purple and green, out of yellow and violet, and white and orange. What we can do to expedite this process is ban certain cars from showing up in future tests. So let's go ahead and just look at red, blue, and violet, green. Which means I'm going to ban yellow, magenta, white, and orange. This is what the yellow button on the right does. Have a car selected, then press the yellow button, and when you scroll off of that car, you'll notice a red arrow pointing to them, indicating that this car cannot appear in any future races, as long as they are still banned. You can only ban up to 4 cars at a time, so I'm going to try and ban a 5th car. What happens? I get a nice resounding no. And so, when we generate the new race, it should only be red and blue and violet. Nope, that's purple and green. And sure enough, that is the case. In fact, red and blue are racing and purple and green are racing. So we can get a lot of good information out of this simulation. We just need to see who wins out of red and blue and green, purple and green. Let's look at them go. Blue won this, and purple won this one. So we know that, good gracious, we know that blue won this, and purple won this. Also, we know from that first race we did that blue beats purple, so we actually know who wins in this matchup as well. But we gotta figure out who wins out of yellow and violet, and white and orange. Let's go back here and remove the bans on these cars, because we gotta know who beats who in these matchups. Let's get back to the races, and here we are. Yellow is up against violet, and white's up against orange. Awesome. Let's watch this race go through. Look at them go. They're going. And who wins? That was orange and violet. So violet won and orange won. We don't know who wins out of violet and orange though, so we got to see that matchup. Let's see here. So violet and orange need to race against each other. Let me remove the bands real quick. Okay, so I need violet and orange. I'll also keep blue in because it could give me potential useful information later. And then the fourth card I have I don't care about because we already know that red, green, yellow, white, and purple have lost races. So there's no possible way we can be selecting them in the long run. But we can only ban up to 4 cars. We can't only have those 3 up against each other. So we gotta have at least one more other car. I'll select red because I like that color. So purple lost, green lost, yellow lost, and white lost. And so here we have this matchup. Oh, but wait, violet's not against orange here. So because of what I said earlier, let me go back to this matchup. In the final results, we do not know who wins out of the middle 2, nor do we know who wins out of the first and last place. This means that if 2 cars are not adjacent to each other on this screen, there is no guarantee that we will figure out who wins against who. So this could be entirely useless. Now, I could just write down the order and then wait it out, but I want to guarantee that I'll know who wins out of violet and orange after this race. So what I'm going to do is click the yellow button twice quickly. Okay, generate the same exact race. Let me see if I can get it to generate a different one. Yep, it sure did generate a different one. So if you click the yellow button while the race is going on, it will just immediately end the race and generate a new one. However, use this wisely. If you do it on the first ever race on the module will bug out. It will only cause visual glitches, but it looks really weird. I wouldn't recommend doing it. Still, we don't know. We don't have a guarantee to know who wins out of violet and orange, so let's generate a different race. Let's keep doing it until... Yep, here we go. We know that violet and orange win. Violet and orange go against each other here. So I'm going to write down the order because this could tell me who wins out of the winner of violet and orange as well as blue. That was orange, blue, violet, and red. So out of orange and violet, orange moved on to the winners competition, so we know that orange won this competition. And because orange and blue were in the winners competition, we know that orange beat blue. So therefore, we know that orange has won the entire tournament. And to congratulate orange, let's go ahead and select him on the module, and press the yellow button to confirm that yes, we believe orange is the winner. And that is a solved Midnight Motorist. I'll do one more, but I'm sure you get it this point. This module can be soloed, and in fact I'm going to try and solo it. Let me go through this first race to get rid of the graphical glitch. Let me turn down the damn volume, come on. Alright. So, first things first, I'm going to ban the bottom 4 racers. Because I only care who wins out of these guys first. So magenta, no. Violet against blue, and green against yellow. Violet, blue, green, yellow. Okay, we have violet against blue and green against yellow. So we'll know who wins out of those competitions. So yellow won the top one and violet won the bottom. So we know that violet moves on and yellow moves on. Let's switch the bands so we know who wins here on the bottom half. So I'll keep in mind that violet and yellow have moved on to the next round. Yellow and violet. Who am I looking for? I'm looking for purple against red and orange against white. Okay. Here we go. Let's see who wins. That was purple and orange. So purple and orange have moved on. Purple and orange, as well as violet and yellow. So we need to see who wins out of violet and yellow, as well as who wins out of purple and orange. So let's ban the other ones. I need to unban you and unban you, then ban you and ban you. And then need to make sure
Emergency cleared.
that
All personnel, please return to your stations.
violet and yellow have racing with each other, and purple and orange are racing against each other. Like this. So purple and yellow. That was first and third. I think that actually tells me who won. So we know purple won against orange and yellow won against violet. So yellow moves on to this, and purple moves on out of these two. So we need to know who wins out of purple and yellow. But from that race, purple got first and yellow got third, which I think means purple's gonna win against if it's up against purple and yellow. Because that meant that purple and orange raced. And then purple won. And then yellow and violet raced, and yellow won. Do I know who wins? I'm not quite sure. I'm just gonna race purple and yellow to verify I know who wins. I'm pretty sure it's purple, but I'm gonna make sure. Yeah, it's purple. Okay. So let's select purple. And look at them go. And that is a solved and soloed Midnight Motorist. So that's going to be it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching, and have a nice day.